MTC Beatz.
I got a question. I heard you earlier mention y'all the president and vice president of a car club. What is it, Chevy Boys of Houston?
Chevy Boys of Houston,
okay.
yeah.
What are the criteria for a person that might want to, get in, join? Is it public? Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no gang. Ain't got.
No. It's not a secret society. Yeah, it's not a secret society. It's definitely public.
Okay.
We've got a really good group of guys. Carlos and I have really gave our best efforts in kind of turning some things around and just kind of opening the minds of the members, and we've had a lot of firsts during kind of our run, and the guys, Tim and Nate, they were the president and vice president before us. They did a great job with creating a family environment.
Great, yeah.
Being very effective in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Something would back to school drives.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving drives and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to we've kept that on. Even through the pandemic and through the
Oh, really?
and stuff. Yeah.
That's great.
Nice.
That's great.
Nice.
Do well with kind of giving back. But what Carlos and I have tried to do is we've tried to expand the footprint, go beyond the city.
Okay.
We want to go to Atlanta and show presence there in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And so a couple of years ago, Carlos was instrumental in getting, I don't know if you heard of Stitch by Slick.
Yeah.
Him and his guys came down to Christmas
toy drive.
that
Toy drive.
Carlos put on. And so we got a chance to hang out with those guys the whole weekend, and so just things like that, in the last year or two, we've been invited to a lot of shows, and as a matter of fact, just recently here in Memphis, they've got a big show coming up, and so that's what we're trying to do, man. Just really kind of step out and kind of get out of Houston a little bit, let our hair down a little bit, and so, but as far as you talk about membership, our group is so closely knit. And we've got such a nice nucleus.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get by the guys.
Secret society.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is.
Get by the guys. They, we just had a conversation in our last meeting. Do we want to open membership?
Yeah.
Or do we want to allow people?
Are we ready?
We got a lot of guys saying, well, I don't know, man. I like what we got going on.
And how many members do you have
so
roughly?
We're close to 50.
Yeah, about 50. Yeah.
50 solid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
All C10 drivers.
Predominantly, but not all.
Oh,
not all. So some guys are like Frank has, the Chevelle and the C10. You got a couple of guys that's got that going on, and some guys have had C10s and sold them, and now they're only Chevelle. So but mostly C10s. Probably 80% of us have C10s.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get in with the Caprice.
No.
So it's funny because that's one of the things, Carlos and I have been brainstorming about, I think with as being leaders, you always got to think about the future. And you got to
Correct.
think about, when you transition to something else, the people who are coming behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when the club was originally came, it was just mostly square bodies and 67 to 72 trucks. Because they were classics.
Yeah.
But now,
These
you
are-
got OBSs.
Correct.
And so now once you get into that, and then now you got to allow the RXZs and all those things that come into that 25-year-old
range.
And so we've introduced that to the guys. Hey, is it time for us to start letting some of these other makes and models in? It's, no. This is how we see. This is old school mentality. We're going to keep it like it is. And so, Carlos and I have been talking like, what? We're young somewhat now, but in the next 10 years, we got to be bringing some younger folks in and keep this thing moving.
Yeah,
And
correct.
so that's one of the things that we're evaluating now. This year will be our first year to go as a club to Cruising the Coast. So
Okay.
we're looking forward to that. Carlos has a show that that he does in Dallas every year. We're going to go to that.
Make sure we get an
What is that
invite.
called?
Texas Whip Fest.
Texas Wood Fest.
Yeah, Texas
I'm
Whip
gonna get
Fest.
an invite, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely,
I'm
man.
just making sure.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
new
this is.
out here in these streets.
Yeah, you got to come to Texas Whip Fest.
Can you
Okay.
bring the
it's-
cameras?
Oh,
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you'll see plenty of like YouTubers out there
Okay.
and film crews, but yeah, Texas Whip Fest is I think they're like in their 7th year, maybe 6th, 7th year, and it's gotten bigger and bigger every year. And shout out to my boy Texas T. up in Dallas, the cat that originated. He's the one who started the first one, and it's just grown so much, man. And I'm happy for him because he really like put his heart and soul into that, man. And now it's on the map. People come from all over the country to come to that show, and I like it, man, because if I'm just completely honest and frank with you, man, no pun intended. It's our show.
Yeah.
It's an urban car show, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
In the sense that you see some original cars too, but you see a lot of cars, kind of with the big wheel culture. You see donks,
Yeah.
but you see
You have a
CT.
level platform.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you have a level platform, but then there's also it also has a race component too, because it's actually held at a track.
Okay.
In Ennis. And so
yeah,
like the
definitely
early
gotta
part
go
of the
back.
day is the car show, right? They give out awards and whatnot for the car show, and then it transitions into a race event that night.
Nice,
So
nice.
yeah, so it's a full-fledged event, man, and it's really really cool. Really
Yeah,
cool.
we
that one we went to in Louisiana.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to check that
Yeah,
out.
oh yeah, man, definitely. Man. You
Yeah.
gotta and see a lot of those guys that you probably saw in Louisiana. I guarantee they'll be at this one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guarantee they'll be at this one.
Okay, because that guy with that I probably know him was a C10 24 karat. It's a gold C10 with red interior.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about.
He out of Dallas.
Yeah. I've shot his
He
car
won
before.
that shootout down there.
Yeah,
shout out to the guy with the C10.
Yeah, it was
I can't
nice.
remember your name, but shout out.
Yeah. I know. I met that guy. I met that guy actually at another show in Dallas. Because one weekend I went to Dallas. I picked up 2 shows in the same weekend. One was on Saturday, one was on Sunday, and that dude was there, and he won a trophy that day too, man. Because that truck is nice.
Okay.
That interior is ridiculous.
Yeah, and it runs.
And it runs exactly.
Yeah.
It ain't just for show.
I
It ain't just for show. It's for go too. Yeah.
See it on camera. Yeah.
What's up?
So I was gonna ask Frank, and maybe
Go ahead.
we can follow this back
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
What was your first car, Frank?
My
very first car.
My very first car was a '77 Toyota pickup.
Okay.
Truck. It was. My parents wouldn't buy me a car. They knew that, I'd gotten tickets, man. They wouldn't buy me a car. And so my neighbor felt sorry for me, and he had a truck in his backyard. And I worked that whole summer. I was probably 16, 17. I worked that whole summer, and I worked on the truck and got it ready. And yeah, it was a '77 Toyota pickup.
Man.
Yeah.
So you do mechanic work yourself?
No.
No, not anymore.
I mean,
Just
I can do the basics. Now I'm not taking no engine out, but now I can change the alternator. I can change belts, radiator, fan, stuff like that.
Okay.
But as far as the heavy lifting, I kind of don't trust myself with that. Now I'm not saying eventually I may get there, but no.
As of right now.
Yeah, no.
Carlos, you mess around with a wrench, huh?
Yeah. Well, so just kind of in line with what he just said. So my very first car was at 15, man, and shout out to my stepdad, man. He's the real MVP, man. My stepdad, and all the stepdads out there, by the way, you're the real MVP. We appreciate you. But anyways, my stepdad bought me a car when I was 15, and it was literally out of sheer frustration. My parents just got tired and fed up with chauffeuring me everywhere, and they were like, "Look, you play football and sports and track, and you work and you do this and you do that. We tired of taking you everywhere that you need to go. So we're gonna buy you a car." So they 82 Pontiac Firebird with the little 302 in it. Yeah, with the man. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I promise I was not spoiled. It
sound like it.
I mean, like, look.
Grown up with a career car.
I
Life together.
I wasn't the only child. I will say that I wasn't the only child. I do have other siblings by my dad, but I was the only child in the house. And some people might say I was spoiled. I don't think I was spoiled. I think I was, well taken care of. But, so anyway, he bought the car for me, man, and he bought it from a friend of his. We paid $800 for it. And the guy was, because he was a friend, he was honest. He was like, "Hey, look, this car has like a weak crankshaft in it or something." He said, "I don't know how long it's gonna last, but just know, I'm just telling you now, forewarning, right?" So my stepdad was, "Okay, cool, we'll get it. $800, it's a good deal." We bought it, man. I think I drove the car 2 weeks, and it just fell out, man. So I spent the whole summer, kind of like what Frank was talking about. I spent the whole summer. I worked at Popeye's Chicken. It was my first gig, first legal gig on paper, right?
Yeah.
So W-2, of course, I was pushing lawnmowers before that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying Uncle Sammy that money. But anyways, I had the job at Popeyes. I said, "Okay, man, I'm gonna get this car fixed. We had a family friend who was a mechanic, so we took the car to him. He gave me a bill for what he thought it was gonna cost. It's basically like about $1,000. So he said, okay, save up half, and I'll let you take the car, and then you can pay me the rest in payment. So I saved up like $450, gave him that, got the car, and then I drove it, man. My mom got a paint job for it for Christmas. I put some 15x8 Roadster McLean wheels on it, and with the moon caps.
Mm-hmm.
And car was like beautiful, man. It had a royal blue metallic paint job, just gorgeous car, man. Totaled it in 3 months.
What?
Yeah.
I think does everybody wreck their first car?
I guess so, man.
You know what I did?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a
What?
77 Toyota truck. I struggle to get 50 miles an hour. You know, you can't go fast in that
This
thing.
car was a 77 Monte Carlo.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, my uncle gave it to me, the long one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was burnt orange with peanut butter seats, I guess. That's what
Did you have the curb fillers on it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about those.
Yeah, I told him this is poking out.
Yeah.
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 What?
Wow.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. But after the Firebird, man, that's where my love for G bodies kicked in.
Okay.
Because from that point forward, it was like all G bodies. I had after I totaled that Firebird, my next car was an 81 Buick Regal. And, with the little V6 in it.
3.8.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Don't get
and
me talking yet.
I had like 13x7 Dayton's on it, chrome,
Nice.
like 72 spoke Dayton's or whatever, and then I rode that for a couple years, and then this is all still in high school, right? So like my junior year maybe in high school, or maybe my senior year, I sold the Regal and got a Monte Carlo. I got an 85 CL Monte Carlo, and it was cream with the burgundy velour interior, immaculate car, man. Fuel injected. It was actually, that car was originally, I think, was a V6, but they had put a 305 in it, and then they used the throttle body injection from the V6.
Okay.
And it worked. I mean, I don't know how they did it, but it worked.
It worked.
They made it work, man. And so that car was fuel injected. So I had that car for a while until and I had Dayton's on it. At that time I had 100-spoke Dayton's on the car. Gold Dayton's. It was like candy tangerine.
You went up to Dayton's folks.
Yeah, I went up the knockouts, man. To shoot knockouts from the direct bolts. But yeah, it had the Dayton's on it, man, and almost got carjacked in that car. And
some good memories.
Yeah,
in
some
it.
good and bad memories, man. Good and bad memories. I took that car to Kappa Beach Party. We took that car to Texas Relays, everywhere, and got out of that car. And then from there, I kind of like got into like newer cars. So I had like Tahoe, Escalade, stuff like that. But
So will we see any shows in Houston from the Chevy Boys here soon in the future?
Yeah, we
Make sure TNT gets some.
Yeah,
time
so
there.
Carlos and I have been talking about, and we've worked with Bombshells, and we're talking about putting together a little Bombshells tour. We've got a good relationship with the one off 59, the one in Pearland, and so we're just trying to map out our calendar. With the pandemic, just right behind us, or hopefully it's right behind us. We've had some challenges with securing places.
Yeah,
to
I
host.
can see that.
And so now that people are starting to kind of open up, then now we can really kind of adjust our calendar and start
Nice.
accommodating.
So remember this name, Gulf Coast Shakedown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gulf Coast
The
Shakedown.
Yeah.
Not to be mistaken with Lone Star Throwdown.
Yeah.
Your golf
but
course.
Gulf Coast Shakedown.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was that's the name that we the brand, if you will, that we want to make for the club, and we want to grow it to like a Lone Star Throwdown type level.
Yeah.
But we got to start somewhere. obviously,
Shakedown,
so.
so that means there'll be a little bit of racing going on.
We might add that. That may be something we might consider. There's a couple tracks in the area.
Everybody be a
Y'all
little
let me
low-key
know if y'all
about
get a
some-
shootout going. Shootout going. I will be there.
Uh-huh.
I drive a Chevy. Yeah, man. Thank you guys for coming out. Though.
Yeah, this
was
has
a
been,
pleasure,
This has
man.
been dope.
It's really a blessing.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Talk to two car guys with great
Heavy in the
cars.
game. Got a lot going on in their collections. A lot going on in their garages.
Big influence.
Yeah. This is dope.
We try, and like my man Terry said, don't forget, support your boy.
Yeah.
Red and Black Collection. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook. I'm on all those platforms.
Find them on the side of the phone.
You can find me on the side of the phone book. Hey, merch coming soon. We got Red and Black Collection hats, T-shirts,
Make sure you
hoodies,
send some over.
long sleeve. Yeah, support your boy, man. Support your local content creator.
Yep.
And don't forget to like and share and comment.
Absolutely. You know the routine.